Well, we've got a huge challenge this week, I think, traveling to Provo. It's, coming back off road trip to Miami. I told somebody just a few minutes ago we have a chance to play in 90 degrees on Saturday and maybe the high 30s this Saturday. So it's a pretty good variance. And going across two time zones, but more importantly than that, you're playing a really good football team. I think BYU has developed quite an identity on defense the last couple of years or the last few seasons. They're physical, sound, and you can always count on them being in the top 20 defensively, seems like, in the last few years. This year they're rushing the ball very well offensively. They've kind of committed to a different philosophy where they're more option-oriented, more run-oriented than the BYU teams in the past. And very talented quarterback, good group of running backs, Jamal Willis, and a veteran offensive line, which I think I saw where they're going to have three starters returning to get three guys back this week on the offensive line. So that's good timing for us. But so we did not play very well against them a year ago here. They kind of physically got after us and took us to the woodshed, probably as good as any team since I've been here. So it'll be a challenge to see if we can't go out and play better in Provo. It's a tough place to play. I've been there a few times, and it's they have a great crowd into the game. Usually sell out their games, so it'll be quite a challenge.
With the quarterback Hill, running for over 100 yards a game and running that run option, I guess it's important this week for the defense to really have their eyes in the right place with all the fakes they're going to be running in that backfield.
Yeah, this week we have to play assignment defense. No. I think that no matter who you play, we've got to eliminate the missed assignments and the big plays. And he's capable of, when he gets in the space, turning a 7-8 yard play into a 70-yard play. He's got that kind of speed, and he's hard to tackle. And so do their backs. So it'll be a little bit of changing gears for the defense, going from Miami, which was a pro-style team, to this. But the principles are the same. I mean, you have to, be consistent and have your eyes where they belong and do what you're supposed to do every week. But it'll be a challenge for them, no question.
After the grind of four straight, not only conference games but division games, is it refreshing, do you think, for the kids to step out and play somebody else? And
well, I don't know about refreshing. I mean, you've got a physical, tough opponent to go play on the road, so it's a challenge. And nobody likes to lose, and you want to try to get that out of your system as fast as you can. So it's a chance to go play another game. And we can play better. We need to play better. We did some things well at Miami, some things not so well. We got to keep getting better. We still got, it's like I told our football team, we still got more than half the season to go. We're disappointed that we lost 2 games in the league, but also the 2 teams that beat us are combined 9-1 with their 1 loss coming to the number 1 ranked team in the country. So you try to get better and see if you can't win this game, and you take it week by week. We can still have a pretty good season if we can, get the thing turned.
Ansa and Rodney Fuga were 2, real playmakers for them. They're obviously gone, but otherwise, does their defense look pretty much the same in terms of talent level? And
well, they got a lot of new guys, but Van Noy, the outside linebacker, is very talented. He's probably a first-round draft pick, I would think. I think I counted there's 3 or 4 guys who played last year, 7 new guys. It's hard to tell with them because they come back off mission and they come back, so it's not like they're freshmen. I mean, it could have been guys who were playing and starting 2 years ago or 3 years ago, and then they go on mission and then they come back and they start up where they left off. They're talented. They've got good players.
What is it about that noise that jumps out?
He's just a really good football player. He's probably 6'5", 245, can run, and he's got great football skills. I mean, you look at their last game, the very first play of the game, they try to throw a quick game pass out there, and outside linebacker, he jumps up, he doesn't knock it down, he catches it and scores with it. He makes a lot of plays. He's a good player.
I imagine with what happened last year and the way they kind of beat you guys down, that the motivation's there for the guys that care at least a lot on the team. And
Well, you would
there's not a lot of
think.
talk about that.
You know, I don't know if beat down is the right term. We got physically on the edge. They got after us pretty good. The other thing, we were 0 for 10 on third down. And we had one third down that was less than 5 yards. So we got ourselves behind the 8 ball. They did a great job. I just went back and broke down the game for about the 10th time just to see if I'd missed something. And it was like, we had the ball twice in the first quarter. I mean, they did a good job controlling the ball and staying on the field and converting third downs. And then we didn't make our third downs. And we had a couple of different times. We had 2nd and 2, and we tried to throw play action pass or tried to hit plays, and we got a holding penalty or we got sacked or we got and you have to give them credit for making plays. But we're not going to survive if it's 3rd and 10 every time. Nobody is. Contrary to popular opinion, there's not a lot of teams who make a lot of 3rd and 10s. So you got to stay out of that.
It would seem like in the passing game that's particularly been the problem because maybe one play somebody gets turned loose, another play the read isn't right, or is there something?
It's
more?
been a myriad of things. We've been blitzed some. When we had the protection called max protection against the blitz, when we hit it right, which we have several times, we haven't blocked it right, or we haven't thrown hot when we should throw hot. We haven't run very good routes, or the protection. It's like everything. It's not just one guy. It'd be easy to fix if you could say, well, the quarterback he couldn't throw it in a barrel, so he can't throw it. Well, that's not the case. Or if this guy can't pass block, so you got to get him out. Well, that's not the case. It's a different guy or a different. We just got to be more consistent. We got to coach it better, and we got to work at it, and we got to pay attention to detail. We can't just go out there and wing it and do what we want to do.
Have the various injuries and some of the struggles on the offensive line been the biggest frustration, maybe, as you look at the whole season so far?
Well, I think that we thought that was going to be a strength of the team. We thought we had a lot of guys returning there. We've yet to have the group that we thought we were going to have when the season started play. But that's the nature of the beast. That's what happens. And we've had some injuries there, and we've had a lot of injuries in the secondary. I was looking the other day. I mean, we're going into the season thinking that probably Fred Holton and Isaiah Johnson are going to be the two safeties. Neither of them played a snap. Then Jamal Golden gets hurt. So, I mean, you've got guys who are out there competing and getting better, but that's the nature of the game. I mean, every team has injuries. You just have to move along with it. Guys have to step up.
Can you talk a little bit about Charles Perkins? And he's had really a long road to get back just to where he can contribute.
Yeah, it's like I said, I think we talked a little bit about it a couple of weeks ago. Charles has a great attitude. He's fought back through some really tough injuries. He could have felt sorry for himself and just kind of went through the motions. And at one point we gave him the option. The medical staff had said that they felt that they could DQ him medically. And I talked to he and his parents if they wanted to do that, which he would have stayed on scholarship. He would have had everything, but he was determined that he wanted to try to play. He didn't want to look back, 20 years from now and think about he missed out on a chance. So he worked hard to rehab. He's come in, and any success he has, I'm just really happy for him and proud of him because he's worked hard to get there.
Can you talk a little bit? Is there one particular game that stands out from your time at Hawaii against BYU? And you guys had a lot of epic clashes with them and upset them a couple of times.
Oh, I don't know. I think probably maybe the one that I can remember the best is when I think Ty Detmer had just won the Heisman. They made the announcement, and we played them that night in Hawaii. So the announcement came at 4 o'clock Hawaii time, and we had the game at 7, and we beat them 56-14. And they were, I think, ranked 3rd or 4th in the country. And that one stands out. I remember we sacked him like 9 times in the game. But we had some great games with them. I think, 35 years starts to run together. But I think that the one game I remember out there we actually lost was it was either 39-36 or 36-33 or something. We had a 20-yard field goal to win the game. The score was tied, I think. I don't remember exactly. I think it was 36-36 or something. But the score was tied, and we had the ball on their 3-yard line with about 30 seconds to go, lined up to kick a 20-yard field goal, hit the upright, and they threw 2 passes and beat us on the last play. You know, those are the ones you remember. You remember the losses more than the wins sometimes.
Is the I guess mood or confidence of the team? Are you comfortable with where it is? Or do you feel like they need to be boosted or like that? Or
I don't know if I understand your question. The confidence of the team, I think in this day and age with young people, they're plenty confident. I don't think you'd have anybody on our team, if you singled them out, that wouldn't tell you they think that they're very capable of playing at a high level and winning games and that kind of thing. So, no, I don't have a concern about that.